Hey, you're watching Half Asian Tarot Queen. I haven't really done a reading in a while. There's been a lot going on in my world, but figured I'd get back on the train. This is going to be a reading for the full moon, which is on the 13th coming up. So we got the Two of Swords and the Two of Cups. So this is really interesting, well, because they're both twos, and this one is sort of like this blindfold, like dissonance, being blocked, and then we have sort of the opposite, the Two of Cups, which is sort of this opening and this flow of love in between these two people, whereas in this case it's sort of blocked. So it's interesting that we have these two things. And also what's interesting is that I think that this full moon is kind of about finding this balance between yin and yang energies. So it's interesting that this split would come out. Okay, so when I pull this down, we got underneath, we got the Ten of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, and we've got the Six of Wands. So it's interesting because I think it kind of speaks to, you know, breaking through whatever this miscommunication or blockage is, and building a new prosperous foundation, sort of being victorious over whatever this blockage is. And then when I pull this down, we got, oh my gosh, we got the Devil, we got the King of Pentacles, we got the Page of Swords, and we got the Hanged Man, and then the Three of Cups at the end. So this is really interesting because it's like there's this very again, like this dissonant energy, because we have this love and then we have like fear, you know, we have love and fear, and then we have this total prosperity, and then we have this sort of stalker page energy. So it's almost like what I just got is that there's this relationship, you know, between these two people, and there's been like a blockage that's been happening, and there seems to be some sort of toxic energy. Like there's like a toxic person and there's like an abundant person. That's what I'm getting from it. And it's like whoever has been blocked by this partnership, because it seems like this partnership is like has been in a super dysfunctional state, you know, whatever this, it like looks really nice on the cover, but actually underneath it's like rah, you know, it's like bad. But what I'm getting is that whoever has been blocked is who's going to be victorious and be building a new foundation, and that's going to be some sort of development for the full moon. So this is very interesting. I'm going to go to the Woodland Wardens, which is this new deck that I got really recently. I'm just going to do a split. Interesting. So we got Luck, the Duck and the Chrysanthemum, and we got Home, the Beaver and the Birch. So it's really interesting because, again, it's like we're seeing this person who's sort of been blocked that's got this like new foundation, and it's like there's this industrious person and there's this toxic person. But like this, it's like this industrious person who's just been like working on, you know, building their dam, you know, building their foundation. Again, it's like almost like a similar message where it's just like there's good luck coming to this this person, this industrious person who's maybe been blocked by whatever this toxicity is. Like, things are going to open up for that person. Okay, so I'm going to go to Mystical Shaman, and we're going to pick a couple cards from that deck. There's a reading from a really long time ago, which I'll link here, but it just came to me. But it's called Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead. And it's like, this seems like this might be relevant in this moment. Okay. All right, interesting. Oh my gosh. It's like really... Okay, so at the bottom, we got the Medicine Wheel. So this is a card of like healing and letting go and sort of like recentering, reorienting yourself, like figuring out, it's like this person is doing an evaluation, like what's holding me back, like what is my true north, like where I'm trying to go, and what do I need to let go of in order to make room for this movement to happen. It's like the Medicine Wheel is all about doing this evaluation. So it's almost like the industrious person has been blocked, but they have been doing this work on themselves and evaluating, like, okay, what is it that I'm trying to achieve with my life, and what is blocking me? What do I need to let go of that's holding me back from achieving that, you know? And well, what's really interesting is, so we got the Spiral, we got the Beloved, and we got the Journey. So it's almost like this person, this has to do with some sort of core relationship, and this person's gone like on a sort of like hero's journey. So it's just sort of like, it's sort of like the same thing where it's just like they're having to kind of like slay their inner dragons to figure out, it's almost like this like a generational curse or some sort of long held pattern in relationships that this person has been recycling over and over again. But then what's interesting is we get the Spiral, because again we have this pattern that's come over and over and over again. But the Spiral is all about like having an awareness about what that is, so that you can finally sort of break out of whatever this cycle is. And so that's kind of what's happening. It's like this person has maybe been in this pattern of toxic relationships, or maybe a pattern where they've been taken for granted, not appreciated, not valued, and they're figuring out, you know, like how that's been holding them back, and how that's been blocking them from manifesting what it is that they're meant to achieve, you know? So, yeah, this is really interesting. This is like sort of like graduating from sort of like a toxic relationship. And right when I said that, the Temperance card came out. Like, it's like this person, it's like they've earned their wings, you know? This person has earned their wings, and they're about to figure out what's been like clipping their wings, or what's been holding them back, so that they can spread their wings and fly. Okay, I'm going to the Light Seers, and I'm gonna pick OMG, this is really interesting. Okay. Okay, so So we have this Queen of Pentacles. So again, this is like, we had the King of Pentacles earlier. The Queen of Pentacles is like an industrious, like this is a person who makes things happen. Could be an earth sign. It's like a nurturing, solid, foundationally, could be a business person, but financially abundant person. And it's just like they're about to find balance so that they can spread their wings. And they do have this guidance that's helping them. And it's just like this person has like all these spilled cups around them. And it's like the artwork on this one is different from the Five of Cups and most decks. But what's interesting is in this deck, you know, there's like 4 spilled cups like strewn about. And it's like almost like what I'm getting from this message is like this person is like kind of figuring out like, you know what? Like I'm the one that's holding the cup with all the jewels. Like what am I worried about? Like it's like this person's finally realizing their worth. Like they're the ones that have been like holding all the cards. And it's like, what are they worrying about? Like all these people who don't appreciate them and are abusing them. And, you know, this person has been like creating something. There's just, you know, gestation happening here. But this is the Empress. Like she's the queen of the universe, you know. She's just like, what am I worrying about? Like all these, you know, all this devaluation, and like I'm holding the cup of jewels. I'm the Empress, you know. And so she's going to like, I mean, the Queen of Pentacles, it's like she knows her worth. And so she's finally going to walk away from this situation that does not serve her. So I'm going to go to the Priestess of Light. Pick a final card, but this is really interesting because it's like almost like this person is like graduating from some sort of situationship or relationship that's like, it's almost like someone who's been in an abusive relationship and they're finally like, why do I keep bailing this person out? Or why, you know, there's no reason for me to do this. Like, I don't deserve this. Like, I deserve something better, you know, and they're gonna take a walk. Like, they're going to move on, you know. So we got Summoning Power at the bottom of the deck. And it's interesting because there's this full moon behind. And she's wearing like all white. She's got this wild energy that she's like summoned, you know, but pure intentions. And then we have Sacred Breath and Sound, Life Force and Communication. So this person is like harnessing their power. And they're speaking their truth, putting it out there. So it's like there's balance coming. I mean, there's been all this stuff. I mean, readings coming out about like sort of divine feminine energy becoming empowered over distorted masculine energy. And so it's almost like, it's like Gaia, you know, she's like, there's all these like distorted masculine energy, wars, fighting over resources in the world. And it's just like the Mother Earth, you know, like she's the one that has all the power. Like she's the natural resources, you know. It's like all these people with their big egos like fighting over control of like her resources. Like the power is here. And it's like a revolutionary time, but this balance is coming, where the distorted masculine energy that's like ruled the world. It's like there's going to be a shift in power, and there's going to be more balance coming online. So I think this is really, it's a really revolutionary time, but there's like a breakdown worldwide in our system and way of doing things, because it's become so out of balance and out of whack. But I feel like this full moon is going to start to show us a new foundation for how to move forward that's more in balance. So this divine feminine energy that's been blocked, it's going to turn out that she's actually the foundation for this prosperous new world that's coming online. So that's what I'm getting. It's very positive. Check back soon.